Bonjour à tous, bienvenue sur United Rock Nations. Aujourd'hui, j'ai le plaisir et le privilège d'être avec il maestro Luca Turilli himself. Luca, thank you very much for being with us today on United Rock Nations.
My pleasure to be here with all of you, of course.
All right, we have a lot of exciting things to talk about. And the first one being your reunion with your former brother in arms, I would say, Fabio, and also Dominique, Patrice, and Alex, to form this new band called
Turilli Lione Rhapsody.
All right. So this reunion, we should say to our viewers, it occurred after the 20th anniversary tour for Rhapsody when you reunited with all the guys, and then you decided that you wanted to do more.
Yes, absolutely. It was not expected, of course. It was not planned. We planned just the farewell tour, really, to say goodbye to everybody. In some ways, like this, because we promised to the people. It's not that we promised. They probably would have liked that we go on, but we said really we want to close a cycle. We want to close a chapter. We will play on stage for the last time some old titles that were very important for our career. So it was a very special moment, no? And this we will keep this word, no? So really, now that we have the chance to go on, it's simply because we are doing something different. Otherwise, it would have not been fair. It would have been fake completely because it would have been to steal money from the people, because for some reason I would not be able now to compose the same things I was composing 20 years ago, simply because of that. Because I think an artist has to satisfy his heart and soul in premise. And so now, but I tell you, the story is not so direct, no? It's not straightforward in such a way, because as I told you, we thought to make this farewell tour that we thought it would have last like 3 months, but in the end it turned out to be 2 years longer. So totally unexpected, because unexpected was the success. In this kind of market nowadays, when something is successful, then you have management, record company, promoters, no, always pushing you to go on because they see that it works. Nowadays, it's difficult to have in this market something really working. And it seemed like the connection between me and Fabio works really well, more than Fabio separated from me or me separated from Fabio. And economically speaking, no? So, and this is very important nowadays, where the budget are low, where the offers are low, like this, it's difficult to live out of music, of course. And so we had a lot of requests, proposals, things like that, immediately after the end of the farewell tour. In the moment when I wanted to leave the metal and the rock, to take a break, to dedicate myself to other styles, things like that, because my favorite band is Muse, my favorite singer is Adele. I just cry every time I hear her voice. So I wanted just for a few years to make something, to try making something different. Also to play some emotional piano, make some projects in that direction with acoustic instruments or something very soulful, things like that. Also, Fabio wanted to do other things, no? So when we received the first request, we thought with Fabio, you know what, Fabio, if they really like the idea that we collaborate together, as we tested our relationship during such tour and everything worked fine, then we can make a different project, a rock project in the style of Queen, because I always thought that the voice of Fabio would be perfect for something like that. For me, it's just underevaluated him and singer, and the people just know the 70% of his real potential. So yes, this was the idea. But then, no, you should make something metal, no? So then, okay. But then, if we do something metal, we can do something that we really like to listen nowadays, no? So heavy guitars, modern production, so always symphonic, because this is our root. Even if I would compose in pop, I would put something symphonic inside, no? So it's normal, because you come from that, so you keep it naturally. So yes, there was this moment when we thought, okay, so we come out with this new band called Zero Gravity. This was the first idea. So we proposed this to the management. It was fine. We approached the promoters. Nobody interested. So it would have been like to start from zero, just because of the name. Doesn't matter the music. doesn't matter who is part of it, but this is how works the market nowadays. Unluckily, no, artistically speaking. So we reach a further compromise. Okay, we go on as Rhapsody because all the promoters want absolutely that we move as Rhapsody, but we changed the logo. We adopted this motto, rebirth and evolution, that became also the undertitle of the debut album of the new band. And we make, of course, we keep, as I told you, the symphonic element, the cinematic element. For me, that is what corresponds really to the word Rhapsody in the end, no? That was the first reason why I created this band together with Alex many years ago. 25, 26, 27 years ago, imagine. Wow, don't make me think. And so, yes, and so we said, okay, we do that. We take this trademark, the symphony trademark, and then we evolve the sound to new direction, the way to have the freedom. We can compose whatever we want. We don't have any limit, no? And so even Fabio, vocally speaking, he can do whatever we can imagine. So really, to evolve everything in multiple directions. And at Zero Gravity, from being the band possible band name, became the title of the album.
Okay. Well, it all makes sense now. But is this band going to be just a one-record project, or are you guys? Do you guys think that this will pave the way for more recordings in the future?
No. This is the debut album. No, we call it debut album, right? Because of that, to give the idea that this is a real band, of course.
Okay. So you guys seems to want to move from the Rhapsody years and try to do something new, but will you guys be revisiting the old material live, or are you allowed to, since Alex is playing with Rhapsody of Fire and may play some of the older songs?
No, but Rhapsody of Fire, of course, they can play whatever they want. We could play whatever we want, but we pose ourselves the problem, no, in the sense that now having this new kind of style, let's say very different, much more modern and so on, then of course there are some songs of the old discography that will not fit very well, so it would be very strange, no? But still, in the beginning, where for major reasons we will be constricted, obliged to have many songs still, because you cannot just present a new album, new band, and then play all the songs of the new album because the people just don't know it. They still make confusion between the bands, things like that. So, of course, we will bring many songs, especially in the first tour, no? Many songs of the old, of the past, choosing the songs that better fit. For example, if you take a song like Emerald Sword, no, we cannot play. This is more for Rhapsody of Fire, and we are happy that the fans will be able to listen to it going to the shows of Rhapsody of Fire, no? So they will have still the chance to listen to it, to enjoy it. But of course, in our case, maybe already a song like Dawn of Victory, even if it's old, not having too many instruments really specifically connected to the saga, no? That is more for Rhapsody of Fire. In our case, it could fit. This could be still an old, really one of the old hits that we can still play, no? But then there are also, I was checking, there are many songs in the past, and we are helped by that were already sounding a little bit, not exclusively medieval or things like that, folkloristic, more songs like Riding the Winds of Eternity, for example. It was already sounding more progressive in some way, even if it was composed in 1998, for example, and it was on the symphony album. So then we have the songs like Dvorak, inspired by classical music, that all can be taken. So there are many songs. Yes, we make even the old fans happy at our first shows.
Okay, and what's going to happen to the band that you started when you left Rhapsody of Fire in 2011? So the band known as Luca Turilli's Rhapsody, with whom you released Ascending to Infinity in 2012 and Prometheus in 2015. Are you guys going to play that material now, or is this a complete separate band that you're going to play with in the future? In addition to the new band now.
No. We don't want to create any more confusion. No. This was something, because with Luca Turilli's Rhapsody, it was already I could have made the same interview for Luca Turilli's Raps in the sense there was already a little bit different and things like that. So there was already some different elements compared to the past. And in that case, I think we reached the goal because with those 2 albums and this extra release, Dolby Atmos release, having the first album in the music history mixed in Dolby Atmos, the collaboration with Yamaha and Dolby, we almost reached the Grammy nomination. So it was we reached really more than that, you know. So I think now this is what is really taking the place of Luca Turilli's Rhapsody, no? So now my old singer Alessandro Conti became the singer of the band Twilight Force.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yes, so yes, I'm very happy for him because he deserves it, because he's a great person and a great singer. So no, this band will be the last possible Rhapsody incarnation, of course. I cannot think, no, because I have also, at the same time, when Fabio will be busy with Angra, because no, he has also Angra, I will make a second important project that already Nuclear Blast asked me for. So in the end, I will have just this Turilli Lione Rhapsody. It will be the last possible Rhapsody band, and then this other big project that will come out when Fabio will be busy with Angra.
Okay, so you reunited with Fabio after all those years. Did you guys saw differences in the way that you perform and play the songs, having grown apart, I would say, separately for all these years?
Not really. Not really, but we were very surprised to have worked so well on this album, because you know you can also be on tour together. You are together just playing live. The songs you already know them. It's easy, no? And so we were happy to celebrate this long tour. And when it's successful, it's even more easy. You know how it is, no? But of course, when we said, okay, so now we have to enter the studio again together after all these years, it was a kind of test, no? And in that case, if the test would have went bad, I would have told you, okay, this was a special album, a project album, that's it, no? But if we decided to call it debut album, it's because everything worked well. And we were surprised, really, because I think now we are different people, and different expectations, different feelings, all that. So it was kind of very easy. I was surprised, but we were really happy. And that's why now we think to go on with this new band.
Great news, great news. So let's talk about the record now. So the record has a lot of different influences. There's obviously the symphonic epic metal elements, but also a lot of electronic samples. And what can be more surprising and also welcomed is all the folkloric elements from I would say Tibet or even India. There's some kind of samples. So how did you come up with the idea to mix all those types of music, which are quite different from one another?
Yes, it was a little bit the correspondence in some way, no? With Rhapsody of Fire, before with the Saga, we had now I define it ethnic, no? We define it this the ethnic music. So before we had this folklore, like you say, based on Renaissance, the things that could fit with the Saga, no? But then after 10 albums, it was kind of repetitive for us, no? Because every time there was, okay, and now the part with the flute, all that. Now, even if we use a flute, it's a different flute, because we went for these emotional sounds typical of the ethnic music. So we just love to take these emotions from the different corners of the world, no? And to implement them in our production, and reaching the product, the final product in this way. So we have also this voice of this Mongolian artist Uyanga Bold. Then we have the voice of Emilie Ragni, our French singer, no? That she's taking care also of the choirs, the female vocal parts. So it was a big, huge vocal work, especially. But then we went to search also for these traditional instruments, no? Like you said, the Tibetan bass, then particular, now too many to remember, really, some percussive specific instruments from India, all that. So it was really a great great moment when we had to search for all these sounds, because you discover atmospheres and things that are really touching heart and soul, no? And this is what we wanted to put in our music.
Can you talk to us a bit about the topics that you write about in the album?
Yeah, but these are something very deep, of course, because before, in the end, every time was something deep, but before it was filtered by a saga. So in some way, when you have a saga, you can speak about this, but not many people reach the real meaning, or there are also some people who don't care, of course, you know, they just like to listen good music, and that's fine, absolutely fine. But for the people who want to know more about the band, for example, some people, they just discovered lately that the Emerald Sword Saga was based already on the Emerald Tablet of Hermes Trismegistus, the one of As Above So Below, no? So there were already all the spiritual elements, the mysteries. So in some way, we were speaking about that already. Now we speak in a more direct way about the same topics. So now we speak about science, quantum physics. I can speak in a particular way about these things because I'm experiencing such a multidimensional aspect of life thanks to the practice of yoga and meditation, no? With these breathing techniques, these things that change your life forever. You just cannot come back anymore, no? So then, of course, for me it's normal because it became my daily life. So then when you experience some things, and you don't read anymore on the books, but you say, wow, if this happened to me, this means that this what I read was true. Before it was just book, can be true, can be not, you know? So then the next step is science, because then when you experience this and you don't find explanation, you need to find explanation. So you try to find out in the quantum physics, this kind of things, because now there are a lot of scientists trying to explain some particular things. So it's just great. So I just like to study everything. If I would like to go back to school, because when I was at school, I was not caring about anything, just about playing guitar. But I would like just to know about astrophysics, this kind of things, because then every artist always speaks about the same subject in different ways. You speak about your girlfriend who left you, and about maybe more superficial things or more deep things, but you always speak about the mysteries of life, no? Love, light, darkness, from where we come, where do we go, what are we doing here? And I think when you start even making yoga, meditation, I'm not speaking about the Western yoga. I'm speaking about the real yoga, the mystical experience, not about the gym exercises. No, now they sell in the Western the courses and things about the gym exercise. Yeah, it's something more deep, of course, no? But all these things are related always to the fact of trying to finding answers. This is what the artist always feels, no? Through the subconscious. So it's all about this. We love psychology, because then you touch all these arguments. Carl Gustav Jung is my idol. Then you have all these great genius of the science, like Tesla, like Einstein, like Bohm. I mean, they are just, I have the shivers when I speak to you about this, because you enter in this vibration in some way, no? You feel that there lies the answer to everything.
It's very interesting what you say, because at the time, like back in Da Vinci's time, sciences were not separate out there nowadays. So you would not just study one field, but in order to be a complete artist, you had to study every field.
Bravissimo. And that's why also we have this song, Arcanum, Da Vinci's Enigma, no? They're really dedicated. Now it's 500 years, no? That Leonardo da Vinci was there. So it's a big celebration in Italy. But apart from that, we wanted to dedicate this song because we were inspired by the Da Vinci Code, all these secrets related to the art of Leonardo. Because of course, knowing everything, Leonardo knew many things, no? Of course. And so you find in all the secret codes in his art, all these things. And so it's fantastic to have this song sung in Italian by Fabio, very musical style. And the chorus of this song is based, just the chorus, is based on the opera of Verdi from the Otello. Just the main chorus, no, with the choirs. And so there is this double homage to the Italian culture, Italian art.
Okay, Luca, thank you very much for all your answers and explanation. Unfortunately, I think our time is up. We have to go, but I have one last question. I've been staring at it the whole time during this interview. Can you talk to us about the stone that you have?
The amethyst is my stone, no? You know, everyone has a favorite color, a favorite stone, or whatever, no? And I found really the amethyst, of course, making yoga. For me, the amethyst means much more than just a simple stone, no? But then for the people who want to dig into these fields, they can find out, you know, what means the amethyst, all that. I feel very connected to this stone, so it's kind of symbolic for me, you know, for many things.
Okay, thank you very much, Luca. It was a pleasure talking with you. Everyone, please check out the new Turilli Lione Rhapsody album, which is coming out on June the 20th of this year. And there's already a lyric video online that you guys need to check out now. Thanks a lot, Luca, and I wish you the best of luck in your journey, and hopefully I'll see you live soon in France.
In January, I think we'll be already touring for the big European headliner tour. We'll be busy with that, so we will touch France for many shows, I think.
Awesome. Thanks a lot.
Hi, my friends. I'm Luca Turilli of Turilli Lione Rhapsody, and you are joining United Rock Nation. See you soon. Ciao.